Hey everyone, and welcome to the live One Night Ultimate Werewolf Survivors Season 1 live reunion special. We got 7 viewers. This is a big turnout, guys. we got more people on the stream than viewing. But hey, that's okay. We're gonna be doing a little reunion for Season 1 of One Night Ultimate Werewolf. I don't like being up here alone. So I'm going to bring up our first guest, Kelsey.
Hello.
Hello, Kelsey. Dylan, get out of there. Kelsey, you were eliminated in the finale. You made it to the final 3, but DeAndre eliminated you.
Did I?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, what did I get? Third or second? I forget.
You got third place.
Okay.
She's a big fan.
How do you feel about it? Yeah, did you watch any of the episodes?
I thought I did so well that I got second place, but
you
can't win.
You only received 2 votes the entire time. One from Katie, one from DeAndre. So you were the least voted for.
Oh, Katie.
You voted for me too.
How do you feel like you performed? How did you enjoy the season? What would you do differently? Maybe...
I think that I wasn't as calculating enough. Like I didn't have like a good idea of who I wanted to vote out every time. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Didn't think very smartly about that. I was just kind of like, yeah, them, going with the group.
Do you think a better boyfriend would next time you're on? Maybe a better boyfriend.
That could help. Somebody who supports me, convinces other people not to vote for me. Maybe. Yeah. And
how do you feel about because only one person took you out of the game, and that was DeAndre. So do you think that was a personal attack, or or does that make you feel good? I don't know. Maybe he was worried about you.
He did?
He did vote you out.
Oh, okay. Well, I forgive him. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I haven't seen the final video yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a 3-player game, and you started out as the werewolf, but he gremlined your wolf. And you didn't know that, and so he won because you thought you were like, okay, and then he won, and so he was the sole winner, and he had a pick between Josh and you, and he.
Oh yeah. That I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very rude. Why would you do that? You just met Josh. You know me, DeAndre. You can turn your camera on. Let's talk.
Okay. He'll be up in 1 second, but we can.
Okay, fine.
We can bring up our runner-up, Josh. Josh is here. Hello, Josh.
How you doing?
What's that first place medal for?
Oh, it's because I won.
No, you did not win.
But play the tape back, Brett. I'm pretty sure I won.
You want to watch the whole first season right now?
Let's play back the tapes. Yeah, this is my first runner-up ribbon.
Okay, it's very confusing.
Because the winner gets the $1,000 prize, and you gave me a ribbon.
Yeah, I gave that digital ribbon to you.
Yeah, you crafted it in paint, and you sent it to me, and you said, "Will you stop asking for money? This is what you get." And I said, "Fine, this'll do."
So, Josh, you made it to the final 2. That's pretty exciting.
I did, yeah. I'm still excited, frankly.
Do you blame the Switch for not winning?
I did. I don't anymore. Having seen who voted for me, I don't.
Kelsey and Joey voted for you. So, Kelsey, why did you vote for Josh?
I did.
You did vote for Josh, and you seemed to not care when you did it. You're like, who cares?
Well, it was probably because I was confused. I was disoriented. I hadn't slept.
To be fair,
That's my story.
To be fair, no one slept the entire shoot, to my knowledge. I don't think don't think anyone slept. But Josh, does that feel good that Joey and Kelsey voted for you?
Joey voted for me to win it.
Yes, that's what I'm.
Oh yeah, and yeah, it feels good that they did. It doesn't feel great that they're the only ones who did.
Huh. Do you have any thoughts of why no one else voted for you?
Because they're dicks.
Oh.
No, I think it was all valid, and I take it all in stride. It was a fun time, and I'm glad that it went the way it did. I'm happy for the ultimate winner of the game. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about it.
Oh.
I don't blame the Switch, and I don't blame anybody. I think the Switch was a masterful move that DeAndre claimed was not a strategy thing, and I will die on the hill that it was, whether or not he knew it. But yeah, I think it was a masterful move. I don't blame it. I think it played a part, maybe.
I honestly didn't think the Switch was going to cause such a controversy. I thought people would just be excited to get a Switch.
Yeah, people in the comments of the videos love saying that DeAndre was also the best player, which I think is also true. So I don't mind that I lost to DeAndre because DeAndre is such an incredible player of the game.
So if you lost to Kelsey, you would mind?
I would be fucking pissed.
I would be surprised and honored.
No, I wanted to go to the end with Kelsey, and I love Kelsey, but I wanted to go to the end because I feel like she was kind of playing a heel throughout the game. You kept saying you weren't here to make friends, and even though you were saying that like in a private booth where they couldn't hear you, I'm pretty sure that you also made that opinion very aware to everybody.
I wanted to be that person in Survivor.
And it was so much fun, but it also to me felt like a guaranteed win to whoever went against you in the very final round.
Oh yeah.
Which is why when it was the three of us, I was like, oh, DeAndre's gonna get rid of me, and then it's just gonna be immediately him.
Well,
I didn't think I'd make it that long though.
I say let's bring him in. Our winner of season 1, DeAndre.
Hello, everyone.
DeAndre, how does it feel to be the winner of the first season of One Night Ultimate World Survivor?
It feels amazing. I'm still on a high after watching those videos. It's like, dang, that really happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was after you only lost one game, and to be fair, there was a tie to get you out. So I think if you lost another game, they would have went after you.
Oh, after going back, so I looked at all the videos again today, and going back to that one video with that cursed circle vote, and seeing who voted for who, I was pretty sure if they had got another chance, they would have voted me out.
Yeah, Katie wanted you out real bad, and I know Jeff wanted you out real bad.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I guess I shouldn't say I know, but I think. So, DeAndre, if you took Kelsey to the end instead of Josh, do you think the outcome would have been different? Or what was your reasoning behind picking Josh and not Kelsey?
Okay, well, let's go back over what I was my mind in that last vote. When I was at the voting booth, I really didn't know who to pick because it felt like if I went to the finals with Josh, the jury would be like split and they wouldn't know who to vote for. And I felt if I went to the end with Kelsey, it might have been an easier win for me. But I also felt like the jury would have thought I took Kelsey to the end to think that I was going to get a guaranteed win. So it really was a hard choice.
I feel like if you took Kelsey to the end, that I think she would get votes because she played such a chaotic game. I think people would be like, she's funny to watch.
I mean, she's very popular with the viewers. But I think that like having played with her, people were, as much as we all love you as a person, Kelsey, we do love you, okay? As much as that is, oh, Brett, made a face, but we do love you, I'm pretty sure, most of us. But I do feel like because you were playing that fun character of like not there to make friends, I feel like that was your detriment as far as popularity amongst the group.
That person in like a reality show does not make it to the top 2.
But you're the star who trends on Twitter.
Sandra won twice. I'm just saying.
Sandra won twice, but Russell Hantz, he played a much harder game and he never won. But I feel like I had a question that I lost. Oh, but Kelsey, when she received her underwear for 2, she thanked the fans, and I feel like she's the only person who thanked the viewers the whole time. So maybe that's why the viewers have gotten.
Yeah, if we had a fan vote, maybe season 2, and like a call-in American Idol type thing. You
A
text
fan
the
vote for
line.
250.
I've thought about doing a fan vote, but I didn't want anyone's feelings to get hurt, because I didn't want anyone to be on the bottom, because we all know Katie would be on the bottom, and I don't want her feelings
Hey!
to be hurt. But I'm not sure. I guess we can bring the rest of the jury in. We could just ask everyone questions. So we got Ed, Jeff, Joey, Amber, Katie, and Dylan. I said that out of order, but it's okay. Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, and Dustin.
Dustin.
He cast a very important vote this season.
There's a fake
did.
head down there too.
There was a shadow game happening while you guys were playing this game. So,
Well, Dustin was a big help with setting up, and he did vote for Pete, which no one else did. But Dustin received the least amount of votes, technically, in this.
That is true.
and I do appreciate my sub Amber for playing a good game.
Jeff, give us a good sea shanty.
A what?
Do you have to ask?
Alcoholic
No.
beverage.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not a good Jeff probe, so I'm struggling for questions here. But
What was
I'm
your
wondering,
If
why-
Dustin was playing, don't worry, I would have voted for you, Dustin.
yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I would have voted you out.
Oh, that's fair. Well, I'm pretty sure if I was in, it would have been played a little bit differently, since I have the lowest win record out of anyone in the game. Anyone that still plays.
yeah, there's people lower than you that don't play anymore.
I will say, Dustin, considering you didn't play, it does seem like you still won something.
I like your hoodie.
I'm trying to remember why Dustin is here right now.
You know what? You're right.
I
You're just using my Zoom Unlimited, so I'll just.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Hey, real quick, Josh, I want to see your shirt? Could you put your arms out real quick?
My current shirt?
Yeah, put your arms out. No, oh, that did.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Hold on.
That doesn't work.
I'm T-posing for
There
you?
we go.
I was trying to block the Alice is missing plug. I was trying to get. I was trying to get you to block.
You can't block that. I mean, I almost wore the shirt, but then I felt like I'd be disappearing. I'd be a floating head.
Like the band.
So I'm curious, would it have changed for anyone? I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but Jeff Probst does this on the reunions. If it was a DeAndre Kelsey final 2, would Kelsey would have won, or do you think or does the jury think it would have went to DeAndre?
Should we vote by putting our hands
Well,
up?
I don't.
Yeah.
Would have voted for Kelsey to win because she would have split it with me.
We got to keep the votes anonymous, though. So everybody turn off your camera and then raise your hand if you would vote for Kelsey.
Oh, okay.
I'm
yeah.
sure they just raise their hands. Just raise your hands.
Oh yeah, there's a feature.
Okay, who would anyone vote for? Raise your hand if you would vote for Kelsey to win the whole game. Okay, so you're not here to make friends. Tactic was a little harsh, but
It was just so
I just
chaotic.
to be
I just think DeAndre played a really good game, like the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a single weak game. Like he played every single game.
so you think it was
Circle vote.
so you think if it was a final 2 between DeAndre and anyone else, DeAndre would still win?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
I was trying to get him out in like the first episode,
Yeah.
first and
I was
second
just trying to
episode.
make
I was
friends
like,
with
get
you.
him out.
That's
I
what I
think-
tried.
I think if it was
No
down
one
to
listened to
DeAndre
me.
and Ed, it would have gone to Ed, which is something I think a lot of us thought, which is why we got rid of Ed so early.
He's just so darn likable.
So Joey, you're the one who flipped on that tie, right? And you voted Jeff out. You're the only
Yeah,
person
dude.
you're the only person
Yeah.
who changed
you
your.
turned on Tribe.
Yeah, I don't remember my exact reasoning for that, to be honest with you.
I think you
I don't
thought
know.
Tribe
You didn't want to
was
draw rocks.
you thought Tribe was turning on you, so you said screw you.
Yeah,
Tribe.
I think so. Or maybe they were just. Honestly, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, you said Tribe like was dead because you realized people were already voting
Yeah.
against us on the Tribe, aka Josh.
So Josh is the
Throw
reason.
us under the bus
Sucks. Who
quickly.
cares?
So Josh is the reason why DeAndre won, I guess, because
Yes.
if Josh didn't mess up,
Hot take.
That's
If
what
he
it's.
would have stuck with Tribe, DeAndre would have been gone very quickly.
Katie voted for me at one point though, so I don't really think.
That was pretty late in the game when Tribe was already hurting.
Yeah. So then why does it matter? So what you're saying is you voted for me when Tribe was already hurting.
I feel like
And
you
I
had
voted
already
when
flipped
Tribe
on
was
Joey.
doing
Had you already flipped on Joey?
Yeah, but also I went with the easy vote there because everyone was voting for Joey that round.
Yes.
Not everyone.
What?
I
What
definitely
Dustin?
was.
You guys smell that?
This is doing something that stands.
I smell collusion. Josh is the reason DeAndre won, and Josh and DeAndre are in the final two.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Get
where'd
your
Josh
tinfoil
go?
hats on.
And Josh is gone.
Yeah, I got Josh.
And
We figured him out and he ran away.
and Josh and DeAndre share a bank account together.
Wow.
DeAndre,
And
who
it's
did you
registered
tell?
in Switzerland, so
Offshore account.
Who did you tell, DeAndre?
No one.
Hey, I'm on the bottom row now. I'm gonna beat up Dustin.
I just wanted to say, I talked
Not
to
on my end.
most people.
Punching Ed on my screen.
He's punching you on my screen.
I talked to most people after, and they said they were really scared of Amber because you played a quieter game, but everyone was worried. Oh, no one's gonna want to vote Amber out, so they thought you were just gonna make it to the end. So
Wow.
Amber, it seemed like you were a big threat just by your play style.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get eliminated in the first round.
I think if,
I was scared of her because of her big muscles, and she told me she was gonna beat me up.
she did beat a lot of people up during.
I thought Amber
Yeah,
was
off
gonna.
camera.
I thought she was gonna wear her AirPods and flaunt in front of Dylan.
I am wearing my AirPods.
Got him.
Dylan, how's it feel?
Feels good. I like seeing people win.
Well, I know, Jeff, you were worried about Dylan, at least in the beginning. Do you think Dylan would have made it to the end if it wasn't for that weird round where he had to get eliminated?
No, I don't think he would have made it to the end in any type
Wow.
of scenario I can imagine in my mind.
Wow.
Even if everyone else died.
I've seen the
but you would
Yeah.
have made it.
I've seen 10,000 realities, and you picked none of them.
Dylan, I will say, even in games where it's not immediately figured out that you're the werewolf, your strategy for when people call you out does seem to be to just raise your eyebrows and go, well, maybe. Doesn't seem to be all that effective.
We can call that the Dylan from now on.
And I'm personally surprised that people didn't take Katie to the end. No offense, Katie, but why? I'm not sure if people would vote for Katie to win because, you are married to the host and the person giving away the
but
money.
I also have
What?
this little cutie that I have to support. So, guys, you took money out of this child's mouth.
That thing eats poop.
Why is he eating money?
He has issues at him.
But
yeah.
I personally thought you guys were going to try to take Katie to the end, and then then your play would be like, well, why? Like, don't vote Katie. Like,
But Katie's such
That's-
a good
that's-
player. Like I had to vote her out quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're putting too much stress on the fact that Katie is married to the host, which I think may have played a part in it, because people could pick Katie because they would want DeAndre. Can we rescind his win?
DeAndre's bored with the conversation, just played some music.
Bored.
I think part of it is that if Katie won, we would see it, at least some of us would see it as money going back to Brett for being like such a great host and maybe contributing to future seasons and future events. But also going to Katie would be reasonable because Katie is also a very nice and very kind person. So it's a similar issue with the Ed thing, where Ed is so nice that we had to get rid of him immediately. I mean, I believe he is playing a game right now, but so kind and invested, we had to get rid of him
He's watching
immediately.
the stream.
He's watching on two different things.
Oh, okay.
It does look like Ed is on playing Call of Duty, just on the side.
He's not paying attention.
I'm just like, what? What's up?
But yeah, similar with Katie, where like Katie is such a sweetheart and we all adore her. So fuck her. She can't make it to the final two.
Thanks,
She'll win.
Josh.
So who on the
Katie's a sweet fart.
That too.
who in the game
Nice.
is not a sweetheart then? Because I feel like everyone in the show was nice, maybe other than Dustin, but everyone's pretty nice.
I'm not nice.
Joey
I
was
was about to say that Joey character is pretty awful.
I'm cutthroat.
Joey's
He's
sneaky.
so cutthroat. He got himself voted out.
Yeah.
I'm a cheater. I cheated.
Joey the cheat.
I still feel bad about that, but I was
Nice.
I don't feel bad about it at all.
I was very shocked to see Jeff and Joey go so early, just because they're so high on the
I
rankings.
think I really went that early. It was like
third-
halfway, right?
Third.
Well, that's the reason why they went
Yeah,
early,
you're-
because they're so high.
Yeah, I guess it's like the first third.
The
I
two
get-
J's.
I was excited to see Jeff play throughout the whole game, and then he didn't.
No, I think I got the worst position to get voted off because it
Yeah,
turns
you
out if you get voted off first, you leave with like $600 worth of stuff.
Exactly.
But if you lose second, you get nothing.
Yeah, you're the first. You're the first person to get nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I also bought something to give to Ed before I got voted off. So the one thing I did earn, I gave to Ed.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, I'll buy him. Oh, I'll give him some Smarties and he'll vote for
I don't
me.
even think
and then
he-
all of a sudden he's getting like Switches and like
He
The
didn't-
Smarties
screen
were like
TVs,
the
least
Smarties
in
were
the
like
house.
the big ticket item that everyone was hoping to get.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Fun
that
fact about
swayed
the
that swayed a
Smarties,
lot of opinion.
I left them in my car, and a mouse broke in and ate them. So I didn't.
A mouse?
It broke in.
Man,
It
Ratatouille
broke in,
stepping
it
it
like
up.
took my lock. And
You live in a rough
everything.
neighborhood, man. Even the
Wow.
rice.
He asked me what set I was repping, and I said I don't know, and shot.
Wow, I
Gotta watch out for those.
I shipped those Smarties all the way from Canada, and some mouse got them.
Wow.
There's a Canadian mouse. You smelled them from a mile away.
Yeah, he might have been visiting.
Just a mile.
Yeah,
Kilometer.
a kilometer away.
A kilometer.
I tried the Smarties. They're not good at all.
Ooh.
Wow.
They're like a bad version of M&M.
So-
I don't
See,
like
I was gonna say
M&Ms.
they're better than M&Ms. They're like crunchier.
I don't like
I think
M&Ms
they're
either.
exactly the same as M&Ms, to be honest.
How do you remove someone?
Yeah.
From your life.
Yeah.
Zoom.
So
Punish
Ed,
him with a filter.
Ed, how bad was it watching it? Being voted out first, was it bad? I know you got. I mean, to be fair, most of his
Ed, do
gifts.
you like losing?
Most of his gifts were bad. He only got a couple good gifts. He got a bunch of board games.
Oculus at the end.
Yeah, I said a couple good gifts, but he got Jeff
Google.
Foxworthy.
I gave him a Google Home Hub.
I was gonna say that Google Home Hub like changed my whole morning routine. So
Aww.
like,
You're welcome, Ed.
Thinks of you every time
What's
he
your
wakes
morning
up.
routine now?
but no, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be being out first, because the games were interesting, and also like it was just kind of like hanging out with friends. So I didn't mind it.
You were
I
also
wish that
given
I
a
had-
gift every day. Every time.
I-
It was like
Jeff's real sore
your
about that.
birthday.
It was like my birthday all week long.
Yeah, we stayed there for a full week.
He only got 2 good gifts. Okay.
He got Jeff Foxworthy Monopoly. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Jeff's name is also Jeff.
Yeah,
God,
Yeah, he wanted that.
I wanted that.
I mean, I'm sure if he talked to Ed afterwards, he would have gave it to you.
Have you played Jeff Foxworthy Monopoly yet, Ed?
No, I haven't been in a position to play it, but it's. Yeah, I also don't want to open it. Like it's a collector's.
You opened
Yeah,
it.
you want to keep it in mint condition.
You opened it there as soon as you got
But
it.
I put it back together like I did.
So it's back into mint condition.
Yeah, I reminted it.
Oh, okay. But
smart move.
I'm not sure. Does anyone have questions for me? I'm running dry.
What's your favorite moment of the entire season, Brett?
When you guys left?
Cool.
Well, there it is.
My favorite moment, I don't know, watching the games, like, I mean, I'm with Ed too. I was just sitting there watching all the games, so I think probably DeAndre's Tanner win, because I don't think he knew he was the Tanner. So when everyone was talking about voting for him, it was very hard for me to be like, "What are you doing?"
Because he started as the Tanner, right? But he thought that his card got
He
switched.
thought that cards got moved around.
Yeah, he thought that his card was moved. Yeah.
I don't know if that's seen in that video. Right after we voted, I made a face, and that face was me like, I could either still be the Tanner, or it was either I was gonna either lose like by myself or win by myself, and I'm like, this is about to be funny, either way.
Yeah,
Your face when we flip the cards over is probably one of my favorite moments, though. You were so shocked.
it did.
Who did you personally want to win, Brett?
Me? I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think I had any like person I wanted to win.
Yeah, you did. Deep down, you did.
Yeah, you have a favorite.
Yeah, you had a favorite.
Look at her putting the ring.
Not
Who is
Katie.
your least favorite?
If Katie won, people would just say the game was rigged. Someone said the game was rigged already, and I was like,
Yeah.
she did-
Joey has a good question. Who are you glad lost?
Ooh.
Who am I glad lost?
Yeah.
Probably Josh.
Gonna make moving fees a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
If
we
you
talk
could
about
kill
the
one
whole-
person in this room,
I
who
was
would you
sad.
kill?
I honestly was sad Jeff didn't make it further, just because he's number one on the leaderboard. I really wanted to see. I really.
And number one in your heart itself.
He's number one in my
Yeah.
heart as well.
Why didn't you rig it for me?
I should have done some more rigging. I rigged it a lot, but I should have rigged it a little bit more.
I do
Not
want
in
to.
the right
I literally played a game.
I want to talk about the Switch debacle.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this Switch thing?
To be fair, it was probably
Switchgate.
it was a bad gift on my part because it's an expensive gift that everyone already has, basically. Everyone in this group, other than like a couple people.
Yeah.
The only reason I got it because at the time Switches were not found anywhere, and I just was in a Walmart and I saw one and I was like, I had to get it because they're not around anywhere. And I was like, this would be a fun last gift. I just didn't realize it would cause so much stress, and I also didn't realize you guys would know what it is immediately. I don't know why.
It's because
I think it's partly because it was the finale.
It's because of the Nintendo 64 for me. Like once
Yeah.
that 64 came out and then it was NS, I was like, this has got to be a Switch.
You saved the
setup.
best for
I forgot
last.
someone got. Didn't Ed get Nintendo 64?
No,
That was
Josh.
Josh.
No,
That was
Josh.
Josh.
Josh got all the Nintendo systems.
Nintendo 64
Yeah.
with games.
Yeah,
With
game.
games.
Playing that, Josh?
NSFW.
Gee.
So what was the Josh? How'd you feel about getting the Switch? And DeAndre, why didn't you take the Switch?
Well, it's really what I was saying. I was going to give it to Ed at first, but Ed already had a Switch. I was going to get. There was no reason for me to keep it. I was going to keep it for my little brother, but he has the Xbox. He don't need it. And then I was going to give it to Kelsey, and I don't know if Dylan wanted it, but I don't think Dylan was in the room at the time or something. I don't know. So it was just.
Bill's off
I just-
kissing girls.
So I was like, you know what, just give it to Josh. I don't know. It was
You
a
also
coin
mentioned
flip.
thinking about giving it to your little brother.
Yeah.
He said that.
He has an Xbox, so I was like, he don't need it.
Mm.
Josh
yeah, I
still
mean-
sounds mad.
Yeah.
Well, I was happy to get it, but it was a genius move. And Brett, you told me you didn't think that people would pick DeAndre or like be affected by the fact that I was given the Switch. But Dylan, I asked him afterwards, and he's like, "Yeah, I picked DeAndre because you got a Switch." And I was like, "That's literally what my concern was."
Nice answer, Dylan.
Your concern made sense. It was just such a funny reaction.
Yeah,
So,
no,
like,
I'm
putting it in
I'm
and
glad.
being like, God damn it, a Switch!
Right.
I'm glad it was an entertaining reaction. I'm happy I got the gift, but at the same time, it was such a clever move. I don't know. I play a lot of games, and there's so many times where I like being the kingmaker, who like, maybe I can't win the game, but I get to decide between Brett and DeAndre who wins the game by making my final move. And it felt like someone had done that against me.
Right.
But
And now I was on the other side of it, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm just fucked. And
But you
what a
could've-
genius move.
you could have just given the Switch to Ed. Like that was still an option. It was
Yeah,
like, I
but
don't
then,
want that.
but at that point, I feel like it would have been so clearly transparent that it was just like me not trying to take responsibility for it. Because if DeAndre had been, oh, you know what, this is a great gift, I'm gonna give it to Ed, then it would have been like, oh, DeAndre's really sweet, let's vote for him. And then by giving it to me, if I gave it to Ed, they'd be like, "Oh, DeAndre's really sweet for giving it to Josh. Josh is trying to also suck up by giving it to Ed."
Would anyone have changed their votes if the Switch thing went differently at all?
No, that didn't affect my vote at all, really.
I was gonna say, I don't think so.
Well, Joey voted for me, so I hope not. I hope you didn't vote for me because I got the Switch.
Joey, you did vote for Josh.
He's like, that guy's cool. He has a Switch.
I only vote for Switch owners.
So, Joey, why did you vote for Josh?
Because
well,
I'm cute.
I don't know. I thought he played very well. I mean, DeAndre definitely he played overall each individual game I think very well, but I think leading up to it, Josh really kind of came back in a way.
Well, he lost a bunch of games. That's what you mean by coming back.
Maybe socially. I think at the end he
Yeah.
was very convincing and very persuasive.
Yeah. It was kind of the in-between games, not really the...
Real quick.
I get some undeserved credit for being good at games. I don't think I'm actually that good at games. I think that in situations like this especially, I'm good at the social aspect of gaming, where sort of playing with friends and manipulating them in some ways and stuff like that. Dustin, I didn't ask. But as far as actually playing the game, I lost the same amount that I won, I think. Give or take.
Someone made it was on comments in the videos. It was saying that it was maybe easier for me because I was winning so much. I didn't have to play the social aspect of the game.
Right.
How many times did you win?
It was 6 out of 7. That dang circle
Wow.
vote.
Lucky.
Oh my gosh, that circle vote.
But off topic, but renewed RSS. Joey, how did you feel about the Thumbgate situation?
Yeah, I'm definitely. I see what he says there. I feel aggravated. No, definitely not at all. I mean, I don't think it really affected my getting voted out. I think it was just.
It seemed like that's what caused it. It seemed like everyone said you were the easy vote because you cheated. So.
That wasn't my feeling at the time. And
is that what everyone thought?
I didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
Well, I voted for him just because he's a good player. He was just up and it was easy.
Yeah. That's the other thing for me is that, Joe, you were out third, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
My top priorities were Ed because he's an angel, and then from then on it was going to be best players down. So then Jeff had the highest rating, and then you. It was bad coincidence that was the time that you got caught, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I blame Jeff for the whole situation because we were sitting there watching and it told you to put your thumb out and I'm like, uh-oh. And I look at Jeff and Jeff's like, uh-oh. And I blame Jeff. I should have waited. I should have waited. Next season I'll wait longer.
Yeah, but what if no one caught it and the game went awry?
Then no one caught it.
But then your audience would have caught it, and then you would have been made fun of on the internet.
You would have been canceled.
Right?
Yeah, I would. Okay, yeah, I would have been canceled pretty hard. Tom asks, would anyone be not pleased if they got the twist and have Brett play in their place? So.
Actually, I think I wouldn't want you to play in my place.
Yeah, I was about to say that was really risky. I don't know.
I don't know if I like that.
Even if you did good, I don't think I'd want you to, because that kind of.
I don't think Kelsey was given a choice.
Because then the jury is like, well, you didn't play good you weren't even playing, so you don't deserve it. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have almost been like a Joey situation.
Man, I wouldn't be upset about it, but I don't think I'd be particularly happy about
it. Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd just be like, all right.
Would anyone want me to play in their place?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
You're a good player.
Thanks.
We love you.
You are a good player.
Well, so Joey, Katie,
you're a good player.
Yeah.
You're a good player, but I also feel like if you lost, nobody would blame the person you were playing for, so they wouldn't vote for them.
That's true.
Okay,
Maybe.
so Joey, Katie, and Jeff, I'll never invite back again because they said they didn't want me to play as them. So.
Well, I'm better at the game than you. Have you seen
voted
the
out.
leaderboard? Have you seen the leaderboard?
You got voted out second.
Shots fired.
Hey, I've lasted longer. I was in more episodes of that show than you were.
Yeah, but they watch mine.
They do. They tune in for Jeff.
You want me to ban him?
Ban
Kick him
Jeff.
out.
That's it.
Kelsey, I gotta ask. Do you understand the rules to One Night Werewolf? You always act like you don't, but then you do it correctly every time. But you're always
Every
guess
time.
Every time, I'm guessing.
you do it right every time.
That's how I got through school. That's how I get through tests.
She's always,
informed guesses.
She'll like do the move, and she'll be like, I don't know if I did it. I'm like, yeah, you did it.
I know.
Just be
there was
more
one time
confident.
I was looking out to you guys for like reassurance. Like,
You see the listen to the guy talking on the app.
I don't like him. Dylan and I are wearing the underwear right now, by the way.
I figured that.
Fix or it didn't happen. Stand up.
Please don't make them do that.
They might fall over.
This is a little personal, so you don't need to answer it. But Brian asks.
Then Dustin will get Zoom banned.
Oh, Brian asks, has DeAndre spent any of the prize money yet? Did you go to clubs or did you go any mini golf or?
Mini
golf.
Did you buy any underwear for one?
Nah.
Underwear for what?
I put some of them in my savings. I did give some back to the Patreon, even though Brett didn't want me to. I said.
Brett yelled at you and like adamantly refused when you tried to do that in person.
And he tackled you, beat you up.
He did.
We all saw it.
And then took your money and gave it back to you.
And said, "Don't give me this money."
If anyone tries to give me money, yeah, I'll beat the heck out of them.
Reverse robbery.
Dustin, how well do you think you played?
I think I played the right game by not being in the game.
But you voted for Pete. Do you think Pete would make it to the end?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like I said, there was a shadow game happening, and none of you guys were aware of it. It was me and Pete playing.
I was seeing that.
Yeah, 5D chess. You guys were our pawns. I'm sorry, and in the end, I lost, and that's why I don't have hands anymore. I lost my hands.
Hey, Dustin, that's a nice sweatshirt you got on.
Thank you.
I did want to point out that Kelsey bought the most stuff from the auction. So thanks for being my best customer, Kelsey.
You're welcome, and I gave it out.
Yeah, he did give most of the prizes away.
Speaking of this auction, that was the best thing for me to watch. Because that was giving me the most entertainment. Katie was giving me the most entertainment.
Yeah, Katie, how did it feel when you found out how much money I was giving away on the show?
I mean, divorces are pretty expensive too.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think we could afford a divorce at the time.
So what you're trying to say is you don't like. So Katie doesn't like.
We've saved since. Why
Katie
don't you think we're in the same room?
Katie doesn't like being nice to her friends, is what I'm gathering.
Oh my god.
That's what it seems.
Fair.
She's in it for herself.
I honestly had such a good time. I think I've said this a billion times since, but like it was just shocking to see all of the gifts because I was originally told that there was a mini game. I didn't know about the auction, so it was just a lot. But overall,
she told me Ed doesn't deserve an Oculus Quest or something like that. What does that mean?
I would never say that, Ed. I hope you enjoy your Oculus Rift thing, Majig, all the time.
I do. I got a fancy case for it.
Ooh, fancy. Love it.
What do you play on it?
Mostly Beat Saber. It's like 99% Beat Saber.
Also, final question: what's everyone's Switch account number? What's their friend code?
We're putting that out there?
No,
056.
Josh just asked it. Josh made it a big point of the show to get Switch numbers in middle of the season. I thought that was funny. I was like, we can't do this any other time.
Put it on screen.
That's because Jeff had pulled out his
Don't
Switch.
put yours.
He was like, "What's your Switch code, Jeff?"
But it was like
and your social security number.
It also made me laugh that while Dylan was like being eliminated, like he just found out like, oh, I just got eliminated because I didn't play right. Josh is going off on Among Us and he's like, Among Us is fun. I can't tell the truth. And Dylan's just like, I don't
think I said Among Us is fun for the record.
But you were just like, yeah, Josh.
I was describing a scenario that did relate to the situation, which was that I am not a great liar. Because I think someone had just accused me of being a good liar which is not the case. I
Well,
always
you-
lose games like Among Us.
Let's roll the tape back when you said that you are good at the social parts of games, such as manipulating people.
Yeah.
And not the lying aspect, but just
Go off,
getting people
Dustin.
to go in the same direction as me.
Lying and manipulating are the same thing.
You
Go off,
can tell
Dustin.
the truth and manipulate.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think
I'm
you're
not
lying right
manipulating.
now.
You just yelled "yeah," which is to my credit.
I think we should
Dustin's
pull
gone.
out Among Us right now and play Among Us.
No, we don't. Oh no.
Jeez, Dustin.
Oh no. Well, I just wanted to say thank you guys for having such a fun season. Great first season. It was an experiment, but it worked out really well. Thank you guys for making it very entertaining. Thanks for playing fun rounds. We had everything from a tie vote to a cheater, even though technically I was cheating by calling him a cheater. And then we had Dylan being voted out just by playing the game. And we had
Tanner win.
a Tanner win. This season kind of had it all. I don't know if season 2 will be better or not. It's probably going to suck. Season 2, don't watch it. don't watch
even-
Skip
I wanna
season.
play
Unsubscribe.
PlayStation 5.
Go ahead and unsubscribe.
Skip Oh, and Jeff, you were voted out second, and so you could talk about that on your How Embarrassing podcast. Being voted out so early.
Thanks, Brett.
Great podcast though.
Thanks.
You can talk about
Yeah.
it on your podcast, How Embarrassing, found on iTunes and stuff.
It's on iTunes and stuff, and we did a live show last night. We do a live show at the end of on last Saturday of the month every month, which is fun too.
Wow. And you talked about how early you got voted out?
No, I didn't bring up this show on my podcast at all because I feel like I would have spoiled things. But now that it's over, better believe I'm gonna talk about it.
Do you feel like being on the show is worthy of being on How Embarrassing?
Being on this show?
Yeah, like being like. Do you think that this is embarrassing? Is that what you're trying to say?
This part of it is kind of embarrassing. I was having a good time until now.
Until I brought up the fact that you were voted out second.
Yeah.
Second, yeah. You got second to last place.
I will say you got of people who did not get a ton of prizes, you did get the most time accessing the food.
Accessing the food.
There you go.
I feel like everyone
snacks.
Because you got voted out second. You had a lot of time to get to the snacks.
Everyone had access to the food. I wasn't stopping anyone.
No, we weren't allowed to eat when we were on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ate anything.
Well,
There's a video of you eating stuff.
No, there's not.
You're in the background a couple times
that-
grabbing
there
food.
I was gonna say you
Why
did
is the
walk into the
kitchen?
fridge a couple times.
He didn't walk into the fridge.
Well, that's because you guys have that secret
Brett's
room
got a
back.
walk-in fridge.
He lives
Is
in
your
the
fridge running?
I wish I
Gotta go
don't.
catch it.
I wish Eddie asked for any teaser for season 2 theme.
God.
So Survivor is. That's all I got. We're in the.
Outer space.
Oh.
Did you say daughter space?
I said outer space.
Daughter space.
Can we
Someone
do like
say
a
Big Brother?
yeah? What about like a RuPaul Drag Race version of?
Oh
This game?
gosh. We need a
Dylan will
costume
do
budget.
very well.
I really don't. I only have minor ideas. If you want to know stuff about season 2, you can head over to the Patreon. I divulge everything to the Patreon at the.
Hey, that's minor ideas. That's like ideas about coal and diamonds.
Brett, do you want to wait till I do another project and then you can just rip that off also? As when season 2 will happen when
Yeah.
I do something new.
That'd be nice because you did Survivor social distancing,
Yeah.
which you can go check out, which is totally different. And
I'm very mean with my plugs.
Situation's better.
hey, and if you are really bored and have nothing to do, you can go check out Now Showing on Twitch because that's Josh. Josh live streams. He talks about movies. What you talk about movies, Josh? Give him a preview.
We're in the midst of Sundance right now.
All right, never mind.
Next.
Please talk about Transformers 4 or nothing else.
Which one is Transformers 4?
Revenge of the Sith.
I've only seen Bumblebee.
Don't say Revenge of the Sith, Katie.
Wait, Revenge of something. Isn't it?
The Fallen?
Did you actually think
That
it was
was
Revenge
three.
of the Sith? Was that not a bit?
Revenge of the Fallen's 3.
Yeah.
It's Revenge of something.
Dark Side of the Moon?
Revenge of something.
Wait, who's the? Isn't it like the first night? Is this something to do with nights?
It's Extinction.
Oh.
Age of Extinction says renewed RS.
Well, what's the night one?
That's
The
the
last
fifth one.
That's the fifth
There's
one.
5?
I stopped watching after 3, so
Way too many.
Same.
What are we talking about?
Exactly, Jeff.
Does anyone else have
Exactly.
anything they want to plug?
I will say though, Brett, you've set a precedent by plugging someone else. So I feel like I now have to plug somebody
Yeah,
else.
it's like a popcorn plug.
Okay, I'm gonna plug Dylan. If you want to see more of Dylan, head to any local public gym shower. He will be the one waiting in the corner and beckoning with his finger. That's how we met.
Is he the it clown?
Somehow at every single gym shower, even in COVID times. How do I do it?
Dylan, now you
Santa
have to
Claus.
plug somebody.
You just wear a mask when you do it now.
That's true. I'll plug Joey.
Yep.
Joey will deliver your food for you.
I think I'll
Much
plug
longer,
Joey
limited
is the name
time.
of that tape you released at the public showers too.
Gonna get us banned.
Joey, deliver our food, please.
Okay.
Okay, we're waiting.
Wait.
Now you gotta plug someone, Joey. Come on.
Are we gonna do? Are we...
I'm gonna plug Josh.
Josh has already been plugged. All right, moving on.
Come on.
Moving on.
I'm actually going to plug Josh and say that he streams on Twitch, and I don't remember his thing.
You're doing less than the original plug.
Oh, that was the original plug?
There was an original plug.
Okay, I'll plug Josh real quick. He does something. All right.
All right, I'm gonna plug Alice is Missing. It's a silent role-playing game.
No, we don't like that.
My friend
Hey,
Spencer
I'm gonna
made
leave.
it.
I'm
He's a
heading
nice
out.
guy.
Oh, no, just
Jeff's already in his boat, guys.
Jeff, are you going
Plug
back
the
to
end
the
of the
island?
show?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going back to the island for season 2.
Wow.
yeah, you do your Lost recap podcast on your Patreon. Is that still happening?
Yeah. If you do the Patreon for How Embarrassing, you can hear me cry as what used to be my favorite show turns out to be really bad while I'm rewatching it.
Oh no.
Very slow and bad show.
Brett experienced that too.
Well, I was watching a chronological version of Lost, and I got to season 2 stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, this is rough with that." Because I used to always dread the flashbacks, but now that I'm just watching season 2, I'm like, "Boy, I miss those flashbacks."
Yeah, it's rough. I just started season 3, and we just keep being like, "Oh, it gets good soon. It gets good soon." And we're like on season 3. It's not gonna get good.
No,
It's bad because I'm about to start my rewatch of Lost.
it's not, guys. There's no like public duty of rewatching Lost. You don't have to watch Lost if you don't.
I have to go.
No, did you
Oh, but I
hear?
want
Biden's president now, dude.
How many people in other countries would die to be able to rewatch Lost? Okay. You know how lucky you are.
Okay. What I have one final question for everyone, and all I had to ask is, do you think Ray should have recognized the Millennium Falcon
God.
when it was on
100%.
Jakku?
100%.
Now look, the YF-1300F fighter was outdated by zero.
I want to
BB1.
hear from the chat because she was living on Jakku with the Millennium Falcon. She knows who Han Solo is. She knows who Luke Skywalker is, but she didn't recognize the Falcon? What's the deal?
You're gonna tell me there are no identification markers on this thing to make it? Hey, this is the Millennium Falcon. Hey,
Look, it was armored and upfitted
Recognize
for
every
combat
single thing
situations.
from like a famous event in your recent lifetime, or back further.
Wait, what happened?
Can you recognize every single bit of every single little thing from an historical?
But it's not the responsibility of one person. It was literally a very famous ship in a battle that saved the universe.
And Ray idolized them. She made dolls of them.
You name all the ships,
Jeff.
like,
Jeff reached
I
the
just want
island.
to say, I could not, if you showed me a picture of several ships, I could not pick out the famous one. I don't know if that's a me thing or if that's just like, I don't think I would recognize.
You could pick out the Black Pearl.
No, you can't.
You could pick out Titanic.
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay, we should cut this out. Cut the feed.
All I'm saying is,
Stop
if
talking about it.
you-
Come on.
if you